here are the pieces for the Blackhawk helicopter wheelchair costume. We've got it disassembled here because this is a costume that is going to be shipped to Hawaii, and so it has to be disassembled so that it can be in multiple boxes, multiple crates, and then shipped and reassembled so it can go on a wheelchair like that one. So we have the front half of the costume splits in half so it can be in two separate boxes. We have the tail fin, some front headlights, the top of the costume, the tail of the back half of the costume, and then the overhead propeller, which can also, each blade can come off so that it can easily be shipped and doesn't have to be a big giant propeller by itself. Each blade separates and can stack on top of each other, but for this video we've already reassembled that. It's kind of self-explanatory how that goes back together. But we are going to be, over the course of this video, showing how this all comes back together and reassembles onto this wheelchair so that you have a Blackhawk helicopter wheelchair costume. So here we go. So I'm Lon with Walking and Rolling Costumes, and with me as always is my filmer, Reese Davis. And so today we're going to be reassembling all of this into the Army Blackhawk helicopter wheelchair costume to go on this chair. And this was built at one of our workshops that we have here in Kansas City, and it was done by a great team of builders. And so we're going to take what they built and put it together. This is one that had to be shipped. It's going to be shipped to a little girl in Hawaii, so it had to be built in sections so that it could all be packed in different boxes and things. So it was built a little differently than we would if it didn't have to be shipped. So I'm going to show you how this is all going to go together. So this is the front half, and I'll show you up close. We assembled these little pieces that will screw together and will lock the frame together once it gets to the child's house. And we color coded it with stickers so that they know which parts go together. And then we have other parts that Velcro together, but we're going to screw all these together just like this, and that will lock those parts down. And we have one in the front as well, hidden behind.
And they're all color coded.
Yep. So it's easy to tell which ones go to which, because we've got other parts that will screw on as well. And then once you have all those parts together, we have pieces that will Velcro. Create kind of a closer seam. So this will be the front of the helicopter, and then we have some headlights that will actually just magnetize in, and those will be the front headlights for the helicopter. Now the way this costume is designed is so that it slides right onto the armrests of the wheelchair. So the whole costume rests on the armrest. Now this is a particular kind of armrest. She has the type of armrest that are a solid bar, so they don't joint, they don't move. When you have a solid bar like this, you can put a lot of weight on the armrest. If it's one that does move, you can't put as much weight because that will over time damage the armrest. But because she has an armrest like this, we can actually work with that, and it can support the weight of the costume. So I'm going to slide this onto the armrest, and we're going to cut just a little bit because I will need Reese's help to actually put this on. But when you come back, you'll see, you can see right here, this bar and this hole will slide right on the armrests. And so when you come back, this will be right on here, like that. So give us a second, we'll be right back. before I go on, I just wanted to show you, Reese happened to have one of the armrests that's actually jointed. And so what happens if you try and slide a wheelchair costume onto an armrest like this, over time the weight goes down and it starts to make the armrest slide down a little bit. And so it puts some added pressure on this little joint here, and it can sometimes make the armrest run into the wheel itself, and
Gets really hard to drive.
yeah, as Reese points out. So that's why we typically don't do it when it's those types of armrests. So now you can see that we have the wheelchair, the front of the costume on the wheelchair. And so now we're going to attach the tail section.
Or the back.
Or the back. And as you see, it has the same 3 types of screw-on joints. And so we'll put those on here. Screw it on, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Just takes a little bit. Especially the first one, because you have to hold the costume part up and screw it.
Right. Foam velcros over to kind of cover up the seams. Whoops. So then we have this part. Then we have just a small piece of roof that goes over the top with a hole cut in the center for the top propeller. And this just, it has some Velcro pieces across the top, Velcro underneath. Line it up with the hole for the propeller. Velcro's right on top. So then we're going to put the tail section on, and this is a tail that we made. It spins. This was made just, they took a plus PVC and drilled a hole all the way through it, through the center, so that it can spin on a 3/4 inch PVC pipe, and then put a yellow cap on top of it. We have a PVC pipe on the inside, which will then attach right onto the PVC pipe here. So, want to make sure it's on good. Then we have the top propeller, which sits right on top. And once we have it all on, then you can spin the top propeller. You can spin the back propeller. And then we have lights that are on the front and on the inside that will actually blink red and green, just like the real helicopter. We have a video to show you after it gets nighttime to show you all the lights in action. But that's the Blackhawk helicopter. Thanks for watching. thanks for watching. This is just one of the 100 costumes we've built for kids all over the nation. If you like our costumes, please donate so that we can make more costumes for kids in wheelchairs all over the nation. Go to walkinrollin.org and you can donate, you can volunteer, or you can sign up for a costume of your own. All right, thank you. Bye.